Alright. Gonna catch up on some Cursed Seed submissions here. So this one says that the run felt anemic and kind of fizzled out toward the end. Or for the answers felt anemic, I guess. So I'm just guessing that. I guess we'll see. I mean, so it's Shrine Queen and Forgotten Power, which is it's a combo that I actually didn't really mind that much in Monster Train 1, in the DLC particularly. But I don't think it's a very good combo in Monster Train 2, so it wouldn't surprise me if this one does end up being kind of cursed, depending on what we see. But then we got a Quest Reservation, which is okay. It has some synergy with the high-cost Hellhorn cards. But obviously some anti-synergy with the fact that the Forgotten Power costs 0, and also if we get like Imp Parade, which is really the only path of Queen that's does anything in Monster Train 2, in my opinion, for the most part. I think Imperialist actually is quite a lot worse in Monster Train 2, and Rally just mainly only has the synergy with Fun Guy. It's obviously very good, but we'll see. Yeah, I think Queen's in the running for worst here on the game. There's just like not a whole lot of upside, and the floor isn't that good either, and the median isn't that good either. But yeah, so we get Entropy, Siphon, and Spikes. So Spikes, we'll need some front-loaded damage. Starter cards, we got Titan Sentry, which is good. Cuddle Hex, which is not... I mean, at one point they moved the thing to ability, which is better than a resolve trigger. But so you can kind of just play it, if anything, just as a one and done. But I don't know. It's when you have it. I still don't like it as a starter, because I just need some actual damage from my starters, especially in a clan that has Tethys, right? But even when you don't have Tethys and you have like Forgotten Power, then it makes even less sense for Cuddle Hex to exist. Because what's the point in freezing cards when now I just like basically can't play Forgotten Power most of the time? But Hornbreak's good at least. That's an answer to Entropy, Silencers, and Titan Sentry's a good unit, but maybe not really the best into Kale. Yeah, and I don't know. I guess we take Imperialist. Even Imperialist, I'm not really big on here, because I mean, Imperialist only really is... I don't know, I guess it's not like super reliant on finding like a Welder Helper like the old version is, since it's an ability now, but still, I don't know. I could actually see taking Royalty. My thought is we have extra unit starters. I mean, that doesn't matter too much, but if I do end up taking a pip upgrade, I guess it could matter. But my main thought is, like, it's Titan Sentry, and the only way to really use Imp Toss to any great degree is to get Endless on an Imp, right? Or to flex in the Imp Parade, which we don't know that we would get or not. And Endless just is better on Titan Sentry than it would be on an Imp, other than maybe Welder Helper. But even with Welder Helper, I would think an Endless Sentry is better still. So, I mean, I would say this, though. Imperialist still at least is going to be better into Spike's Kale, because I need some front-loaded damage, and that is certainly providing it in some cases, depending on draw order. I don't know. I just don't find much success using Rally. My thought, though, is if I put it behind an Endless Titan Sentry, at least in the late game, that could actually be a pretty good amount of rallies. And leading up until then, it's just a unit that can at least do something into Relentless or something. But I don't know, probably just take Imperialist. I just don't really see Royalty working here. But we're pretty sad to not see Imp Parade, I suppose, because that's the only one that really has any upside. These are pretty bad. Obviously, we don't need to freeze our cards when we have Forgotten Powers, and we have Cuddle Hexes already, so probably don't take that. I think it's either 25 gold or the Soul Shard. I mean, the Soul Shard sucks too, because it's like the Forgotten Powers are already 0, and if I get offered Imp Parade, I would absolutely take it, and then these become 0 anyway. And I would absolutely want to put upgrades on Titan Sentry, and I don't care about the Stewards, so... Our Stewards aren't even affected by this, right? Oh yeah, they are, right. Oh yeah, sorry. For some reason I thought this was the starter card one, but yeah, so it's units. I mean, it's still essentially the same thing, right? It's a little bit better since the units, I guess, are affected here. So yeah, unit upgrades. I mean, I guess we take this. I don't know. It's probably better than 25 gold. Draw one. Yeah, that should be fine. We do have a little bit of a conundrum here with this boss. I think we may actually want to put Titan Sentry mid and Queen on the bottom. I think that makes sense, because we want Titan Sentry to actually have a good amount of health going into Relentless if we can help it. Alright, I'll admit that was pretty good. We're going to put the 2 Cuddle Hexes up here. I guess we freeze that. No reason not to. Alright, that's dead. Might as well, yeah. We don't have any reason not to do that. Anything else to do? I don't think so. Alright, so this is what we'll do here. We'll go hit that one, and then we'll put this here. We're out of imps, so we might as well just put this here. And we'll freeze that. Could put this here. I think we just want to hit as many of these as possible. Great. Yeah, do this. Alright, I think Titan Sentry should hopefully be able to finish this off. It looks like it. Sorry, 1 second. Alright. Not bad. Well, there's a Welder Helper. I mean, absolutely we take that, unless we think another Hornbreak as another answer all the way down the line. Atrophy is good. I don't think it is. I don't know. Maybe we do make use of Imperialist Shardtail Queen. I mean, we're certainly hitting the steel, almost certainly here. If we're not having a ritual battle, we have no reason to go to the Merchant of Magic. And yeah, so go steel here. This steel is maybe not so good compared to this side. This steel's not so good compared to that. The steel is good and the steel is good. They're way later though. It kind of sucks though. It's like if I take this, I'm like, what is the plan with Titan Sentry then? Because if I take the Welder Helper, I would probably want to put Endless on the Welder Helper. I think I'd probably get more out of that. It's hard to say, but and then there's not enough steels getting hit that I can like say, you know, that I can plan on multiple Endlesses, right? So it's not like I can put Endless on both of them in a lot of scenarios. Maybe I can. We'll see. They both want dualism as well to some degree, so it's like the upgrades that they want are completely contested because of the Titan Sentry. The Titan Sentry and the Welder Helper just want the same upgrades pretty much, other than Titan Sentry does also want other upgrades like Titanite and maybe Large Stone, but the most ideal one is Endless for sure. And then Dualism's probably next on the list. Maybe Titan Skin is next on the list for the Titan Sentry over Dualism. So maybe Dualism we would prioritize to Welder Helper if we see it. I think we're definitely taking it no matter what, even if we don't end up using it big time. Wow, another Cuddle Hex. So good. Flash Freeze we could take. It could help with bosses, and also it's another answer to Entropy. So we'll take it. And yeah, we have no reason to go left, so we'll go right. Try to get our upgrades. Alright, it's a Dualism and a Large Stone. Technically, I could put that on the Titan Sentry. It looks like I can afford it too, so I don't have to think about skipping here if it's not enticing. Alright, none of these really make use of those upgrades, but Alpha Fiend is just a nice to have. It. Right now, we have some potential issues into Relentless. We can definitely get around that with Alpha Fiend. Also, the Alpha Fiend opens up Multi-Strike and Smidgestone if for some reason we want to reach and go on this steel. It's a very low value compared to the right side here, but we'll see. We'll just have to see. So I don't know what I do here. I could technically put both these on the Titan Sentry right now. Then I don't have to worry about Endless being contested. But I don't know. It's not, I don't know. Like, the problem right now is the Dualism. I could see it going on either the Imp or the Titan Sentry. Both of them have the problem of if I don't find Endless, they're not really that useful. I mean, what I could say is this. I could put Dualism and Large Stone on the Titan Sentry, or I could just put Dualism on it and don't get the Large Stone and hold out for potentially a Titan Skin. I mean, Titan Skin's a better upgrade than Large Stone for most of the game, other than the early game. Early game Large Stone will be superior, but you know, the reason is like Titan Skin already, this adds me 50 health. Titan Skin already at a base, you could say that it adds me 40 health. So the health is pretty much the same. I don't lose a pip on it. And also, if I have any other thing, like a Welder Helper, giving it armor, or any of the other plethora of armor options available to Hellhorn, you know, if I get any of those, the Titan Skin just uses it so much better. And to some degree, if I get like, if I can get like the armor equipment, Dualism also is getting me extra armor, which is even better with the Titan Skin. So it's like, problem is I can't really take this and roll. So, I mean, I could also argue just rolling here, because Dualism isn't that important, I feel, to either Titan Sentry or a Welder Helper. At least it's not more important than like searching for some other stuff, because I could just roll here and think of, out of the 4 upgrades, we already know that 3 of them we want to see. We want to see Multi-Strike and Endless the most, but a Smidgestone is also pretty acceptable on the Alpha Fiend. And then Quick is the only bad one, but it doesn't matter, because if we reroll, we only afford one thing anyway, and we can't get both, so we're guaranteed to see something we like. So I actually think maybe we just roll this. Because yeah, I don't see the reason in buying Dualism right now, because it's a speculative purchase. It's not really good in either case without Endless. So if I'm going to like Dualism, yeah, I think we just roll this. Alright, Multi and Quick, that's fine. I think Multi here is really good. Also, there is Armor Incant if I want it. That also, it's just so bad though, because there's so many units. We hardly have any spells. The spells we have discard each other. Another reason I think that Forgotten Power... So Forgotten Power is a card, I really didn't mind it that much in Monster Train 1. I thought it was better than most people gave it credit for, but actually I do agree with the hate of it in Monster Train 2, because I think a big thing is, like, I'm just not taking a double draw upgrade as often in Monster Train 2, which makes the discard more of a problem, you know, because with double draw upgrade, I'm very often not able to play out my hands anyway, so it's like, I don't care if I'm discarding other cards, but with energy, it's often, usually I take energy, so, but all that being said, it's like, it's hard for me to incant that many times in this deck, so, like, I don't really know that incant armor does much for me. Rage 12 even, yeah, I don't think we take any of those. I think we just wait. I probably will consider reaching for the steel if I have to, since we don't have endless. I think this deck right now really wants an endless. -1 Ember should be fine. Our deck literally costs nothing outside of a deployment. So for this fight, Flagellant's March. I think we just go Titan Sentry and Alpha Fiend for this fight, for the bottom. And I can go here, like that. We'll just do that. I mean, I might as well kill this. We're going to, like, finish him off with double imp here, so, like, I don't need to take extra damage here. And then just take that out. Yeah, that looks good. So that's 40 damage. Let's do it like this then, and then that. This deck, we definitely have a shortage of pip. Try to get some value out of that Kettle Hex. It's probably not really going to be value, but we'll see. Yeah, I guess we just freeze that for the boss. 100 attack already. Alpha Fiend is ridiculous. I love me some Alpha Fiend. Once it gets going, it gets going. Fledgling Imp is another card that was so good in Monster Train 2, but I gotta say I don't love it that much in Monster Train, in Monster Train 1 it was really good because of infusions. But in Monster Train 2 I don't think it's very good. I had a lot more flexibility in the first game with infusions. You could fuse it with like a tomb, a stealth tomb, that's really good. You could fuse it with a Welder Helper, or you could just self-infuse it. There is the equivalent of the self-infuse with the dualism upgrade, but the caveat there is it's much easier just to self-infuse a card, right? I can guaranteed do it on any run. Whereas I don't know if I'm getting dualism, and then on top of that, I don't know if I'm getting endless. And technically, you could get endless through a couple different infusions. So, just trying to explain, I guess, why I think this card, for whatever reason, just doesn't really ever entice me that much in Monster Train 2. Welder Helper is still decent, though. I can just keep adding these. At any rate, they're going to be useful on the Queen, even if I never find endless. I don't think these are great, but I could take the Titan Scrat because I could see this deck having some issues killing tanks, and it's technically good at killing tanks. It's just further reducing my Cuddle Hex value and further anti-synergy with the Forgotten Power, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. Alright, so plus damage would be pretty good on the Titan Scrat, but other than that we have nothing. We have no double stack, permafrost, anything really. Holdover is not even that good, so I really don't think we go to the Merchant of Magic here. Plus, if I take this health, it might entice me more to go left, because then at least I know there's at least one dead node over here with the pyro remains. Yeah, I mean, if I go left, I could brick, but the health is at least useful. If I go right, I guess I could say that I at least have the plus damage, but then there's really no upside at all, because none of the big upgrades are good for me. And the Hellhorn Banner could be good. Steelworker maybe could be good. I suppose another Alpha Fiend or something. Rail Beater, stuff like that. I mean, most everything would be good there. A lot of passive scaling units. Which, because we didn't take the... I mean, I could have took the Fledgling Imp, but I'm just like... I don't know what I'd be doing with it. I already have offensive scaling with a multi-striking Alpha Fiend. I could really dupe the unit if I really have to. If I go left, there's a lot of stuff I could get. I mean, I could get the Crown to just pseudo Smidgestone, the Alpha Fiend, and then I can fit another one on the floor if I want to dupe it. I can get, I guess Void Armaments would be another strike. I guess I can't get the armor equipment anymore, which sucks, because I actually really would want that a lot. But, you know, that's fine. I'm trying to think what else would be good. Any rooms? I mean, Boiler Room's always good. I guess Rage Room could be okay. It's positive, but maybe not that good. Yeah, is there much upside, I guess? I should really look at the logbook. If there's not much upside, I maybe should still go right. I don't know, because like another unit could be maybe helpful, because our defense is potentially lacking if I never get Endless on the Weller Helper. So BT Blade, I don't know, it's okay. Sorry, I said Crown. Exile's Diadem is what I meant. Cannon would suck. But it could be front-loaded damage if I need it, but it's front-loaded damage into a fight that has spikes. Sorry, I'm literally dying. And I don't know, if I keep my pyre health high, I can just live with like leaking the first lave or something in that fight, because once Alpha Fiend gets a few strikes, he'll be getting good stuff. Swiftsteel Dagger, I guess, would be good. We wouldn't mind being fast or quick with the Alpha Fiend. Meat Shield would be good on the Titan Sentry. Plate Mail's pretty bad. Carapace I could work with. Iron Tongue, pretty unnecessary. We have a plethora of AoE. That's like the only thing we have right now. And yeah, Armament is good. I mean, I guess I could work with Stasis Crystal. I don't really know what I would put it on. Titan Sentry, maybe, and go Queen Bottom, and then just wait as long as I can on the Titan Sentry. Get him really statted up. I could see that working. Kind of sucks though, because then I'm limiting Alpha Fiend's strikes, but it is what it is. I could also just put on the Alpha Fiend if I'm going to go like second floor with it. So those are alright. I mean, nothing super amazing, but there's definitely some good stuff there. And then Stygian, that one's not great. My problem with Frostpiercer is like, it technically is really good into like Relentless. So with my Alpha Fiend, I'll be doing a lot of frostbite damage, right? But it's like, you know, in the context of being a multi-striking unit, it doesn't help with the waves really at all in most cases, unless it's... in a lot of cases, it's like, say I have 100 attack, right? And I'm hitting 150 health tank. I'm either hitting it twice with both my multi-strikes, and I'm killing it anyway. I guess in the scenario where I only hit it once, then Frostpiercer would help me kill it, right? But it's just usually I'm going to be hitting it twice anyway, so I'm either killing like a mid-health tank, or it's like a late-game tank, and I don't know. It could be positive. I guess I would still take it, but it's just not amazing. And then for Room, Siren Song, that could be okay. That could help me with the fact that my deck's a little slow to start with. And then the Rage Room we already talked about. I guess we don't have any options for Hellhorn equipment. Boiler Room's good. Fight Club's okay. Zone of Silence is good. Really good, actually. Inferno Room is redundant with everything we have going on. Weapons, kind of doubt I'll have enough equipment for weapons. Cash should be worth it. Holomir's bad, unless yeah, it's just bad. I could use it, I guess, to pseudo... Yeah, I just don't see how it would work. Spell Sanctum is just a way worse Bully Room, but... Yeah, I don't know, not that good. Echo Vault's not good. There's enough there, though, I think we still go left. Alright, we have Rage Room, and then Frostpiercer and Echo Vault. Interesting. So it's not Echo Vault. Rage Room I'll almost certainly take. I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's on Revenge, so like if I run Titan Sentry and Alpha Fiend on the same floor, it's a good amount of rage for one Ember. I mean, that's got to be worth it. I think we take it. Let's first check the... I don't know about Frostpiercer. So at 90, 75... 180 plus... man, Vice Frostpiercer costs 90. Frostpiercer, if it costs like 40 like most other equipment, then I'd be fine with it, but I guess it's a rare. Rage Room is worth being a rare, I feel. I don't feel that Frostpiercer is. Equipments. So 90 plus 75 is 165. 165 plus 90 is 250. So I don't have enough to buy all of these and deployable. My thought was like I could buy Frostpiercer before I visit this, just in case it's a graft event, and I wouldn't mind grafting it onto Alpha Fiend. But considering I think a really good play here would be Rage Room with deployable, probably just visit this. There's no reason to buy a room before you visit this first alcove, because you might just get the Architect event, which puts rooms on the floor that you're going to be playing on anyway. So we'll visit it first. Ooh, Shard. I could see just taking Unstable here, honestly. It does help me a little bit in some scenarios here. You know, Titan Sentry just having extra health would be nice. And the Imps, I guess their chump blocking ability, if I use them for that, is improved. Maybe more so the Cuddle Hex. But even Alpha Fiend having some extra health would be nice. I'm giving up 45 Pyre health to do that, though. Is that really worth it when I could just go and gain like 44 Pyre health, while also increasing my max Pyre health? Because I kind of see a few issues with the deck right now. Front-loaded damage and survivability. Front-loaded damage, just having extra Pyre health could help with that, because then I can just say, well, I can survive a leak here and there. Defense, this would help with, because 12 health across the board on everything is really pretty good. I think we'll do this. I mean, I got the health. Otherwise, I waste the health anyway, so... Because I already got the health, you know, that I can get back here, so... We'll get this, we'll make it deployable, and I guess that's it. I probably want to save the rest of this gold. I think we're strongly probably just going left here, especially since we don't have much gold anyway. I don't know, though. We have Pyre health that we might want, so maybe going to the right makes sense. We can hit this trinkets. There's Pyre Remains there, but yeah, the Pyre Remains here is opposite this. There's Pyre Remains there, though. I think we can make back most of this health. The only one I'm not clear on is the upcoming ring, where we're going to go there. But either way, we want to save this money. We don't want to spend it on a purge. So Siphon. I think for this fight, can I get away with Sentry and Alpha Fiend? It really seems like a deck where I might be taking a pip upgrade anyway, but because I do want to get like, I don't know, even with a pip upgrade, I can't fit an extra Alpha Fiend on the floor. It's kind of tough. But I do feel like I may want another Alpha Fiend at some point. I guess I could run them on separate floors. And then with a pip upgrade, it makes more sense. 52 health. It's a little risky. I think this works though. I think we just go like this. I could also see maybe just putting a Rage Room where on the mid floor with Shardtail Queen, or top floor with Shardtail Queen. The reason is I'm having I don't know if I'm going to be able to prevent too many siphons in this fight, and if he siphons early, then Titan Sentry could die. And if he dies, even a super high attack Alpha Fiend probably doesn't finish off the guy, and I can't afford to leak any. So at that point, I'll have at least 2 Welder Harpers of armor onto the Shardtail Queen. And then this can allow me to continue to scale. So I think we do it like that. So we'll do it like that, yeah. Alright, we're just going to have you tank that. Oh, shit. Foiled by the unstable shard. Damn it. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I can do this. Kind of wanted to use it here, but we'll just use it there, then they all die anyway. Yeah, I need this thing to die or else I can't get the Welder Helper to go there, so I made a pretty big mistake there. I was thinking I'd just place this down and he would kill it, but it's okay. It just costs us in the end like 6 health on the Titan Sentry. It's no big deal. I think I want to do I care about Cuddle Hex in this fight? I think it's better just to get the 2 Cuddle Hex. I don't think it's better to do this. So I'll put this up here. Cuddle Hex could go up here technically, but I don't know. It's iffy. I do want to save this health this time. Oof, that's going to be rough. The double siphon. Let's do this. I guess I put these both here. I can put a steward up top if I need it, but most likely I just leave the imps. I don't know. Do we freeze these, I guess? Yeah, I don't think I need to use this ability. Then again, we still have these 2 imps to play. We just go like this then. We'll keep them in the back so that they can get a bunch of rage for the final fight. Try to hit him here. Alright, worst discards imaginable, but that's okay. That's what we've come to expect. See, this is what I'm talking about, though. Even without necessarily big-time early siphons, we're already losing the Titan Sentry, so I think we were right to put this up here, but I don't know. He does so much damage, it's tough. We could freeze these, whatever, so we don't redraw them. It's actually a shame that this guy's not dying here because oh, he dies anyway. Alright, we'll take it. kill that. Just for good measure. Alright, I thought we might have a little more sticky of a situation there, but Alpha Fiend's just doing way too much damage, I guess. Damn. I was really hoping for like an alloy, but it's okay. These aren't great. The Synergy just has so few spells, so it's doing no damage at all, so there's no way we take that. It's too expensive. Spike Stygian is just one of the worst cards in the game. Doesn't do anything. I suppose I have the Aquas Reservation, which I haven't used at all, just because my deck doesn't cost anything. I can use that to maybe get a really good spike. The problem is, like, right now, I should have magic. The magics are definitely not great. Like, I could hit this one, but then I'm giving up Pyre health. I could hit that one, I guess. I'm giving up Steel and an Empyrean Wall. But then at least I get Pyre health and Vortex. So this one's hittable, but at what cost? This one could be better. I guess it just really depends on my Pyre health situation. But, you know, I look at a card like One Arm Tome or Spike, and I'm like, they really want double stack or Consumer Move. Consumer Move, maybe. I mean, One Arm Tome also has the added downside of I just don't necessarily have the armor to make it work right now, especially into Spike's KO. Like, but the deck is just suffering right now. It really is pretty weak. Like, I can see why this was submitted as a Curse. It's like the units are good. This Alpha Fiend is good. We have some Welder Hovers and Titan Sentries. I don't have any upgrades yet, though. I should say also, like, very tempted to still hit the Steel, even though my Pyre health is down. It is a deck where if I just find Endless on Welder Helper, things look a lot better. I will say that. But, I don't know. I could take the One Arm Tome. It's just pretty speculative. Has a Calcified Ember as well, but I think we should take it. You know, we have a unit draft coming up. It could be like Steelworker or Rail Beater, both of which could make that One Arm Tome a lot more usable. And we have a Stygian Banner here. I don't really think anything there would use it very well, but like there's Guard of the Unnamed could, I guess, be having armor, but am I really going to want to put the one term on that? Probably not. But even beyond that, I guess I could just do, like, we're guaranteed to have armor incant, and that's, even though we don't have many incants, it's enough to probably make one term work on, like, for instance, the Alpha Fiend. So if I don't get, like, another multi-strike offered, or a quick, or a Smidge Stone, I could just settle for armor incant, and then this works. I think we take it. Ugh, these are not that good. It's the Siren of the Sea. We don't incant enough for it. I guess Cold Kalia could work since we have a Rage Room. There does become a bit of a problem, though, with there can be a point where Cold Kalia steals all the strikes from Alpha Fiend, which could be an issue. And then Consumer of Crowns, I don't know. I already have Imp Queen, and it's another 3-pip unit. It costs a ton. Technically, as front-loaded damage, it would be really good into that Spikes fight. Yeah, I don't know. Somewhat enticing. Might want the Cold Kalia more so. I mean, one problem with the Cold Kalia is the starting attack is pretty low. And that could be a problem into Entropy with a sap. course, I may not care too much about Cold Kalia in that fight. Cold Kalia is probably the pick here. I mean, I have a Rage Room. It's a sweeper with Rage Room. That's pretty good. Just take it. Plus, it doesn't actually cost anything. I'm pretty sure we just take Pip here. I don't have any big reasons right now to do draw because the deck sucks. So, like, cycling through and playing a bunch of starter cards isn't that useful to me. And at Ember, I just have no real reason for it. The only thing that costs anything is One Harm Tome, which I just make use of with the Aquas Reservation. And yeah, we'll take this. So I think we go left here. It does suck, though, with the Pyre Health situation. Maybe I should have just took the Pyre Health. But if I go right, can't really re-roll, so it's just whatever's offered there and then hit or miss with the Alcove. You know, sure, maybe I get like a Gurg's Goat or something, but even that wouldn't be better than just finding a multi-strike here currently. So I think chance at Endless, chance at another multi-strike, chance at Smidgestone, Quick, Titanite. There's a lot that's good for us. Plus the money. Alright, Titanite and Dualism. I don't know about those. Well, very confident that we want the Titanite on Sentry. Darn it. I was actually really hoping to see Guard of the Unnamed here. I would take it here because my thought is, well, I have a Cold Kalia and an Alpha Fiend. I really don't actually need Titan Sentry at that point. And, you know, the Guard of the Unnamed, I can just do Dualism and Titanite. And I'm getting a ton of armor every turn, and it's just a super tank. But no such luck, unfortunately. I don't know that I take these. My thought is I still could take another Titan Sentry just to protect the Queen, but it doesn't seem that good. Skip. We are offered Imp Parade. I think we should flex that. Obviously the -1 doesn't help us at all, but it does, I guess, if we eventually find Endless Sun, well, it'll help her. Or if I put Dualism on it, which maybe I will. I don't know. I'm still undetermined. I mean, if I take the Titanite on the guy, could eventually get us a, and honestly, if I take the Imp Parade now, then I get Fledgling Imp by the end, and that would be good for the situation we talked about with, like, if I need Cold Kalia to actually have attack. Yeah, we'll go Imp Parade. I don't see any reason not to. This is the tough choice, though, because if I take both of these, that's 195. And then, so we're down to 135, and then I reroll and I can't afford anything. I think I could take Titanite and just roll. I don't know that the Dualism is that useful to me, but certainly Titanite here is good. But the Dualism is still speculative on me finding an Endless, I feel. Now, if I reroll, I could find anything is good, honestly, other than Large Stone. Smidgestone, Multi-Strike, Quick, all of these are great. And Endless, of course. So let's try it. Alright, it's both of these. Interesting. If only I had a little bit more gold, I could actually afford both these. It's unfortunate. I would need, I guess, 15 more gold. Because honestly, I wouldn't mind smidge stoning the Alpha Fiend and multi-striking the Cold Kalia. But probably since Cold Kalia doesn't have upgrades, I want to keep it at 0 cost. And just add a smidge stone, I think, to the Alpha Fiend. Unless I think just another strike is fine. I mean, my thought is, like, we got a dupe coming right up. I guess I could hit the steel, though. I mean, here, smidge stone is good if I plan on duping the Alpha Fiend, but since I can't play it out in deployment anyway, because of my Ember situation right now, I could just take an extra strike and say one Alpha Fiend's good enough. Which honestly, maybe it is. Smidge stone also, though, just allows more stuff to be on the floor, because right now, all we really did was open up Cold Kalia to be able to be on the floor with the Titan Sentry, or I don't put the Cold Kalia on the floor, and then I just, you know, I can fit some Welder Helpers on there, or Cold Kalia goes with the Queen. I don't know. There's a lot of options here, but an Alpha Fiend being 1 pip kind of helps a pretty good amount too. I could also just make it 1 pip and not care about duping it right now and still go to that other steel. Because, I don't know, Stitch and Banner's probably not too useful to me at this point. Especially with, like, not having it be paired with a Merchant of Steel. Merchant of Arms is probably not that useful to me. I already got one of the better rooms I could get. If I go to Merchant of Steel, a lot of stuff is still good for me, right? I can get the Quick would be good on Cold Kalia. Endless is still very wanted. I guess Titanite is no longer that good. Dualism still is, like, okay, but I can't take Dualism if it's the first thing I see. That's the problem with these shops. It's like, I really can't commit to them. I mean, I guess the other route I could have just took Dualism on the Welder Helper and then just committed these dupes to it. That might have been okay, but I don't know. Yeah, this is tough. Multi-strike's $5 more for what that's worth. I have the One-Horn Tome as well, which more so just wants 1 unit to be good. I think we'll just do an extra strike. Call that good. Alright. Ay, -1. Well, we need the gold, so. These are brutal, though, for Titan Sentry. This is an immediate fight where Smidgestone would have been better, by the way, because if I take Smidgestone, I can have the option to, like, put Shardtail Queen along with the Alpha Fiend, along with Titan Sentry on a floor, and then I still have Pip for, like, the Welder Helpers. The problem with the Welder Helpers right now is I could play them behind the Sentry and just not play the Cold Kalia. I guess that still works, because they don't need to die to be replayed or anything, so we probably won't play the Cold Kalia in this fight on the floor, but we'll see. Titan Sentry is definitely going to have some problems here with the corruption, but what are you going to do? I guess the other option is I could just put Shardtail Queen. The problem right now is, like, so much of my value is in Alpha Fiend scaling, and I can't steal kills. I can't steal strikes from him, so that's obviously an issue. We could put these two together at least. We'll put these up here. Rage Room probably goes here in case I need to use it. Okay, this is a really good start at least. Also could just do this, and then the corruption just goes here, and then I can for permafrost one of these. So yeah, let's play one, then do that. 3/3, they die, this dies, that's perfect. I can permafrost this, so let's do that. And then we just don't play that. Cuddlehex actually coming in clutch here. I could try to prevent even further corruption by Cuddlehexing again here. But if I put this in the front, yeah, I think we just put it down now. We're good at this point. So, I don't think I need One Harm Tome for this fight. I just want to get this thing out of here. Let's do this. We got the Rage Room here, but I think I still want to just save my health by doing this. Could also put the Rage Room here if I think I need that to kill the boss. The boss is going to have... Yeah, I think the Rage Room's better here. I guess we just freeze as many of these as we can. Alright, I think we'll be fine into the boss. We've got enough damage now. Yeah, we're good. Okay, this is working out okay. I think we're starting to get something together here. Still definitely need to find, I don't know, maybe some stuff, but other stuff. Endless is still a big thing we want. Okay, I mean, Marsh's Shields could be okay. Definitely gives us more reason to maybe go to a... I mean, the shitty thing is it's like the worst armor card I could find. It's like the least efficient on Ember, and it advances the unit, so it doesn't enable One Harm's Tome or anything. But it does at least be something I can play on the Titan Sentry to extend its lifetime. So we'll take that. And if I do want to hit a Merchant of Magic at some point... Ooh, we just have so few spells to actually play, you know? But that is enticing. This actually, to some degree, does kind of open up the the One Harm Tome a bit. I think it's positive. I could also... That's a dualism that I could take pretty confidently. So, and these just aren't that good for me. I mean, the Titan's Tooth's alright, but yeah, this is better. Okay, that definitely makes the steel more enticing to me. If I go left, it's like almost certainly Stygian is useless. The Hellvent dupe is like seriously, what am I duping here? Pretty much nothing. Rage Room, I guess, but even the One Harm Tome, not really. But if I go to the right, we have Quick, we have Multi, we have Dualism, we have Endless. All of those are great upgrades. Definitely just go to the right here. Quick and Dualism. Alright. I yeah, it still is like annoyingly shitty though. Like it just keeps opening us up on this because it's like, okay, if I take 195 and I reroll, then guess what? It's 285. I almost certainly cannot afford the upgrades that show up unless they come in at 85, I guess, but very unlikely. So I'm basically saying the problem is like the best upgrade I could find is Endless. But these are the next best ones, because even Multi-Strike at this point I don't think is better than Quick, because I mean, granted, the Quick, it's like, well, if I put it on Cold Kalia, now it doesn't cost 0, and that does kind of suck. Let's visit this first, I think, and this, see if that informs our decision at all. Armor 5 or Wing Steel. Still don't know that Wing Steel has a big reason to exist in this deck. It could help with incants, I guess. That's about all I can think of. Whereas the Scorched Steel just gives me... The Winged Steel in the context of dualism on the totem, I guess, is decent. I mean, here's the other thing we can say. Is Quick that important on Cold Kalia? Because as we said, making it cost 1 sucks. Is Endless even that important on Welder Harper? Can I just live with like taking Wing Steel and I put Dualism on this Guardian Stone? It goes onto the floor. Then I can get an extra 2 armor every turn that is going to be better than 5 armor, right? So if I just commit to Dualism on Guardian Stone, is this Wing Steel better? It also could make taking an Ember upgrade as my final upgrade easier. I think we just take the Wing Steel. Still visit this first. Ooh, Garfield. I think this is a pretty good mystery box, right? I mean, is there any reason for me to take these other ones? I highly doubt it, because... I mean, I guess it could get me... Yeah, I don't see any reason it would actually be very good, so Jack in the Box would not be good. The spell one wouldn't be good. I just don't have spells. Pretty very clear. We just want the large mystery box. And that also makes taking an Ember upgrade even more enticing to me. But now I actually have potential answers to so many problems. So I think we commit to Dualism here. And I got an option now. I could re-roll and try for Endless, but maybe Endless isn't that needed anymore. Maybe between Dualism, Guardian Stone, somewhat increased draw, and a March of Shields, I can say that maybe that's enough for Titan Sentry to live. And I could just take Quick. I still don't know what Quick on Cold Kalia is doing for me, though. I still feel like I should re-roll this. If anything, I can re-roll and put Armor Incant on Titan Sentry, actually. It would be pretty good. I mean, I can still do that with a Quick, but I think we just roll this. Alright, there it is. There is the Endless. Now, I could go multiple ways with this. I could put the Endless on the Sentry or the Welder Helper. Whatever we think is more useful. I'm honestly thinking it's Sentry at the moment. Here's my thought. It could go either way. I don't know. This is tough. Problem with the Endless Welder Helper is I would want to be using it with the Sentry, ideally. But I don't know. This is where I wish I took the Smidge Stone on Alpha Fiend. If I could do it over again, I would have. I've thought it out a bit more. I'm just a little fatigued. It's a tough seed, but this is either way. It should be just getting easier now that we found Endless. So maybe I'm overthinking it, but I think we just put it on Titan Sentry because then I can kind of get 2 rooms going. I think the main floor is just going to be Titan Sentry, Alpha Fiend, and Guardian Stone, and then whatever else that's 1 pip. Could be a Welder Helper, could be whatever. And whatever that other thing is will be the buffer between Titan Sentry and Guardian Stone, and then Alpha Fiend's at the back. And then that is my first floor, other than the Entropy fight. And Entropy, I need to make that my second floor. But for all other fights, that's going to be my first floor. And Sentry just sort of will die. And that's fine. It can reset Corruption. It can bring it in. The only downside is if he comes in at a really bad health value into Relentless, it sucks. But that could be the same thing with a Welder Helper Endless anyway. The problem is I took the... I don't have a good way, if I'm not putting Shardtail Queen on the floor, to make Endless Welder Helper be good. So I think pretty clearly we just put the Endless here. And if I can find another Endless, we'll be happy. Now, the only other question is I could do this. I could do that. Cold Kalia does not go on my main floor, but it goes with Shardtail Queen. And the Rage Room goes on that floor. My thought here is if I do bust out and have like a really bad Relentless fight on the Alpha Fiend floor, I could have Rage Room on the other floor with a Cold Kalia, and giving it multi-strike would help, but I don't know. I don't think it's that necessary. I think we just hold this gold, leave her be 0 cost. Yeah, this is fine for now. Drawing -1's fine. We get the large bucks and the wing steal. This is actually the easiest trial we could have got. Alright, we'll go you there. You there. We'll go like this and that. Yeah, this works. We may not need an Ember upgrade, actually. I don't know. If I can play all of this out as is, it's possible I don't need an Ember upgrade. Alright, we still want this here, I'm pretty sure. This is nice to have in the deck for later. Ah, shit, I forgot what boss it was. Was it the Corruption guy or was it the other guy? I feel like I saw the other guy, right? The Titan Skin guy. If it's a Titan Skin guy, I could just get my extra strike right now with the Quaths. I think either way I can, right? That's the beauty of this Guardian Stone. So let's do that. And then we'll kill this. I don't think we need to take that hit. Alright, we got that. That could be our buffer, but I think I'd rather get a Welder Helper in here. Let's put this here for now. No sense using the ability, because I do want to get this in camp. Um, 54. I think we can just put this in front. Probably should have actually put the Mollusk Mage in front there, but it's okay. Alright, they're all dying. This guy we can just freeze. I definitely gotta get rid of these stewards. Alright, now we put you here. Do that. Just doing this so I don't have to redraw them. Could kill these with, since I got the Mollusk Mage, I can kill that with Hornbreak if I have to. Darn it, you gotta give me this useful card here. I think it's fine, we'll just do this still because I don't want this in the deck. We can freeze that so that I can kill this. I guess I can freeze this as well. Granted, I kind of want to just incant here. If I incant here, though, I'm sapping myself. Which might be okay. I think we care about the armor. 10 armor. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to play these for some time, so let's just take the free incants. That's fine. Could do this. I don't know. I've built up some armor though, so maybe not. Do it here, if anything. Alright, now I can do this. I'll hedge my bets a little bit by putting both of these here. Then we can do that and that. I probably should have just incanted again there. Alright, we are destroying him. Wow. Alright, things are looking up. Problem with the battering ram is it's not really front-loaded damage in most cases, unless I'm top decking Welder Helper, so it's not solving any issues for me. Once I get scaled, I'm unstoppable. Tiresome Climb's probably worth taking. It generally just is. It's not the best deck for it, but it's still just probably useful to have. Simply for the fact that I can daze enemies with it, displace them. Technically, I could move my units around sometimes with it too. I think it's useful. Could take another Guardian Stone, or just take the Frenzied Swarm. I mean, Frenzied Swarm's got to be pretty useful in a lot of fights. I'm tempted just to take another Guardian Stone, though, honestly. It's giving me... I'm probably still hitting here and here. I might hit this. I don't know. I don't have big reasons to hit Merchant's Magic, though, right now. I mean, yeah, I got the One-Harm Tome. It's okay. It's mainly useful with double stack, though. Even the consumer move is maybe not amazing unless I'm able to pair it with a -2 exactly the moment I find it. And that's really it. I mean, the same upgrades that I would want on like a Tiresome Climb would be this double stack as well. So, like, there's not like other upgrades that are super great for me. I suppose Holdover Frenzied Swarm could be something though. Still not. It's like it's hard with the fact of what cards I have. I think a Frenzied Swarm could be pretty good, though. It's still hard to play with the Vergon powers, I will admit that, but it's got to be positive in a lot of cases. Very tempted just to take this Guardian Stone. Because I have the space for it. And if I eventually set up mid, I especially have the space for it. I actually think that, I mean, it also just is going to be good into Kale. I think we take it. Now, I could go either way here. I want to lean toward the right because I need Pyre Health, and now might be a good time to get it, especially if I do leak that first wave. Or the second wave. Would suck just to die here. And I think, yeah, Trinkets could be really good. I got a lot of money. Armory might be good. And then I want to hit these steals, I think. I think we're just not hitting Merchant of Magic. But that's fine. Alright. Blight, I guess, because we just keep adding Calcified Embers, sure. Wing Clippings could be good since we're not hitting the merchant, this could come back, even though it's not that good, because as we said, we're mainly only really able to play it with the Aquas Reservation. I know I will eventually take an upgrade here, but reroll now, I guess I could technically afford anything that comes out, technically, because 170 would be the max. I think we just reroll. I don't really see the wing clippings being that good for me. Skip this if it's bad. Meat shield's fine. We can work with that. Reroll this. Okay. Queen's Tail or Pyrestone? Pyrestone's at 170, so I'm tempted just to take the Queen's Tail. That's like extra draw, extra ember every single turn. Yeah, easy choice. And I'm still going to take an ember upgrade anyway, because I do want that deployment. I guess I don't need an ember upgrade now that I have that, though, huh? In all honesty. I guess we'll see. I mean, that's basically an ember and a draw upgrade. Pretty wild. Yeah. We obviously have to take this. Alright, go here. I could see reasons to put Rage Room bottom in this fight, because it is so important. Of course, if I put it in mid, that protects me a little bit. I think we just put it the first one. I love the animation when that comes online, by the way. Just sort of... We already got our fancy Dante room, and now we've got some fancy statues in it. Alright, we got the vanilla Guardian Stone here. This is actually a really good mystery box proc, but we happen to draw this, which is just better. That actually solves most of this for us. So, yeah, I guess the question at this point is just, what do we want to do with this stuff? This goes here. Do I want to do this? It does give me more immediate stuff, but this sets me up better in the long term. I think I just want to do this. Do I proc this now? Because I could maybe get some more damage. I think I just proc it now. Proc it on cooldown. And then we'll do that. I might as well play this. Now we're killing everything. Nice. Well, we got this, so I can do that. Makes this so much easier. I'm telling you, large mystery box. It is actually just the shit. If I do this, this dies. So I think we definitely want to do that now. I don't think Kale's ever going to get spikes at this point, even on the Relentless fight. I'll be killing all that before it eats him, so I think we're fine here for one-armed tome. I can still put one of these in front, just to soak up some damage. I think that's fine. And then probably just incant beyond that. That is not our dualized one. That nice. Could use that there. Could put this here instead of down here, since we're so close to drawing the other one. Yeah, I think we just do that. I can kill one of these. Just get some more incants. It's giving us so many of these. Alright, we'll do this. Should only be one imp a turn most of the time, so I think we can do this. Just get more. That was a waste. Yeah, let's do this. Actually happened to get the right one anyway. Yeah, we're doing all right here. Oh, I should have used that. What am I doing? So stupid. Try just to get the max amount of incants here, I guess. This fight's close to done. Ooh, that's a nice one. Might as well do that. Alright, deck is definitely looking okay at this point. Another Rage Room or Last Stand. This is not a card. I don't know that we need a Last Stand, but maybe. It's definitely a win more in this deck, I would say. I generally don't find it to be that much of a win more card in a lot of situations, but in this case, it's not helping us with front-loaded damage, and it's only really helping us with the mid to late portion of the fight, which is not a problem for us. So it's not really that useful. Even Rage Room to some degree is that way, but it would be kind of nice to have another Rage Room just as a backup plan, honestly, because that other floor, the Queen floor with Cold Kalia on it, you never know. It might be nice to have it. I think we just take the Rage Room. It is weird to not take the Last Stand, perhaps, but yeah, I think we just take that. I think we still take the Ember upgrade. I think there are definitely, I don't know. I'm still iffy on it. A draw upgrade could be better for this entropy fight, which is what we should really be focusing on at this point, because I really cannot afford in this fight to be silenced. So, and I only really have 3 cards to deal with that. And technically I have a double draw upgrade currently anyway, but still a pretty big deck at 36 cards. So I could see actually draw making sense here. And the only big energy card we have, I guess another reason not to take the Last Stand is because the One Horn Tome, you know, I can play it with the Quoths, but then once that's burned, it's kind of done. Could also just take a Pip upgrade, and I got the 2 dupes coming up and just get more Alpha Fiends. I don't know. It doesn't seem as good. I gotta say, the Forgotten Powers have been alright though now at this point, because they're just giving me free incants. Yeah, it's like the Ember, if I take an Ember upgrade, what are the shops? It's steel, right? So I guess right now, I probably do want to put upgrades on Cold Kalia. So I think the Ember upgrade makes sense. It makes the mystery box easier depending on what I get to. I would just take Ember, yeah. Just the fact that I know Code-Kalia is going to want to get upgraded here. So we have enough health that if we're not going to take any damage in Ring 7, we should be fine to take just this health. So I think we can go dupe. Is duping even that good for us right now? I kind of lean toward like maybe duping isn't even that good for us right now. But maybe Merchant of Steel is still good. I don't know. Code-Kalia. Yeah, that Code-Kalia floor is actually going to be pretty good now I think about it because we got the Fledgling Imps. Yeah, we'll go this way anyway. It's fine. Titanite. Unfortunately, not really working for me. Could do this just because why not? Helps with Relentless. That's worth it. The rest, probably not. Yeah, we'll just reroll here. I could see adding that though, but I don't need to do that until later. If I get it quick, we won't need it. Dualism and a multi. I think a multi here makes sense. And then, honestly, I'll just take a dualism on this one. Why not? Now we got two of these things. And I could give it health. Kind of just want to give it the armor incant. I don't really need to give it health. Yeah, we can hold the rest of this gold. So as far as the dupe goes, I guess I dupe Hornbreak. It's the only thing that makes sense to me right now because that's the best thing into entropy. I think it's fine. And then, yeah, we want the Imp Parade Fledgling Imp. This could be tough. Damn, that's so much gold to give up, but I guess this is fine. We just have to switch our floors here. We'll go bottom floor. Yeah, this is okay. This is fine. So we're just going to go bottom floor with our Imp and Code-Kalia. So, and we'll do the Rage Room, of course, there. And then this floor will be this. We have an Ember to spare, so we can do that. This guy wants this probably more than Meat Shield, so this is fine. Could just kill this and hold this. Then again, is there even that much point to that? We just do this. We have no incants that we care about. So we're guaranteed an Imp every turn. So the backliners are always going to die. I think we just hit this guy with everything we got then. Yeah, we'll definitely need this. I mean, I don't have to worry about the backliners because Queen has us covered there. I think we do want to use this here. This guy's probably going to hit us, unfortunately. But hopefully that's the last one. Let's do this. I need to maintain some health up here. Unfortunately, if I get the Welda Helper, that does suck a little bit, but it is what it is. Certainly a bit annoying here. I guess I could move you up. I can just freeze this. So that's dying. I can do some... I can actually kill this guy. Alright, so he's dead. I'll freeze this. We'll get some rage here. Put this in the back. Alright, there's that. But we don't incant yet. I honestly think the bottom floor can do quite a lot of work on the boss, so we'll see what happens there. Yeah, this is fine. I guess Both is Athena, so I do need to incant a certain amount up here. This could actually go here just fine. Put this here. Actually, we're apparently suffering on damage here a little bit. A little iffy. I could put this in the front. I guess we're done with Walderhoppers, so it's fine. We'll do that. Alright, we can take that guy out any number of ways. I think I just want this for the free incant. It might be good here too, but there's a trust in hopefully my Alpha Fiend's damage here. Yeah. Kind of want these incants as well. And I'm denying myself a strike, I guess, but it's okay. Was it Rex or Athena? I thought it was Athena. Do this and then block with that. This is probably fine here, unless we want this. We want to at least kill the amalgam bottom, and then I don't care beyond that probably. Because this floor should wreck no matter who the boss is, so... But I think actually we do this then. Seems to make the most sense. And we'll just incant up here. Probably actually just do these. Hopefully I'm not... I don't know, maybe the armor's less useful than the strikes at this point. Oh wow, we're doing a ton of damage here. How did that not really change any of the damage? It seems kind of weird, but okay. Just do this. I mean, I could, I guess, incant here. It doesn't really matter. We're fine in either case. Probably don't need to overthink it. Alright, you are dead. It's still kind of wild that we took so much damage, but that's okay. I guess that's just the spikes thing. I can't imagine any fight is worse than that fight, honestly. Seeing how he handled that, I think we're pretty good. We probably don't need any more cards. Unless I want the climb, but honestly, the current climb has not really been used. And I don't know that it ever will. I could just see skipping here. Inferno's too expensive, plus this Ember doesn't matter too much with the salve, but again, I don't know, I have the Ember upgrade, but it just denies me strikes, ultimately, and it's not like there's a bunch of sweepers or anything like there was in the last fight. There's mainly just the silencers, which I should be able to snipe easy enough with the flash freeze and my 3 horn breaks that I can permafrost. So I think we're fine. I could take the Titan's Tooth. That would be, I guess, weird that I would take that. The thing is, it's likely to be a free incant in a lot of cases, and if I have to, I can use it to kill the thing. I think this one's okay to take. I'll be incanting it most of the time, but in a desperate situation, I can use it to kill a silencer. Alright, we got another Endless. I think I definitely put that on the Weller Helper. I mean, there's no reason not to. This works. We have that meat shield. We got a lot of money here. Token the Trader's probably no good for me. Crystallized Wing. It only works on one Horn Tome, but there are... I guess it works on Titan's Tooth as well. And then potentially on some Mystery Box things. But do I even want that? I don't think it's worth my money. Alright, Resonant Shard's good. Pyretap's potentially worth taking. Let's take this first. Then beyond that, we don't care, I think. I could reroll for quick or something. But also I could just take these. Yeah, that's fine. Then I got 100. Probably just use that on removals. So these have been hard to play. I like to keep the larger stewards just because I can deploy them. Alright, that's pretty good. I think we can bring this one home here. Hellvent. I could probably just take... I don't know, I added the Titan's Tooth, so I don't think I need to dupe another thing to deal with the silencers. I think I can either go with the Endless Weller Helper again, like 2 of them, or another one Horn Tome. I think another one Horn Tome makes sense at this point. Just make sure Alpha Fiend is really bringing it home. So for this fight, we go bottom here, give ourselves a turn to kill silencers. I do think, though, that we go with the Sentry and Fiend first. And since we don't know that we're going to get, like, fortified, whatever, I think this goes here. This goes here. Since we do have the guy here, I'm going to start off with that. I know Kolkaya probably doesn't get to hit here, but that's okay. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, whatever. Not the end of the world. That was so stupid what I just did there. I was going to freeze you. Might as well just do this. Just get a free incant. And do this for the incants. This does give it extra damage, but that's okay. You'll scale up. I might scale them again here, but I think it's fine. I do need to get this thing going, so I do want that. I can block the first hit if I need to, but I don't think I need to. We'll be fine here. This floor is like a little scary, but not that bad. Now with that rage, I think we're going to be okay here. Put this in here. I think we can freeze this. Incants are always going to be an issue, but every now and then I can horn break one of them as well. I also don't need that much stuff here potentially. Is this okay for me to play? Do I really need to play it? I don't think I need to play this. I think in this fight, I don't want to sap myself unnecessarily. It gave us a last stand here that I could play. I also don't think that I necessarily need to. I don't know that I want to incant again here. Like, I am running a little low on health. I could do this to help with my health situation and try to incant. I think I do want to actually do this. Oops. That's not good. It's okay. We can just redraw this. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, let's just do this for now. It's like I need to incant at some point here to replenish the health on this guy. So you're at 12. I could go do one of these, and that's fine. I think we can do this. Let's do this first. I didn't need to play that if I was going to play Deep Offering. That was so stupid of me. I make such dumb mistakes sometimes. So stupid. Alright, we can give you a rage room as well. It's not necessarily the end of the world if this guy dies. I could just start putting an Endless Swallowhopper here. Yeah, not the end of the world if he dies. And I can actually just try to hit this guy. God damn it. Fucking so stupid. Well, it's also not the end of the world if this guy is... Alright, we can kill him. Oh, what am I saying? This guy's endless. The first time this... yeah, we'll just keep using you then. No reason not to. Alright, we can incant here just fine. Might as well put you in front. Keep up the incants. That's most important, but I think I can just save my health for the next fight because I think it's okay if he dies this turn. Might as well just do this. Alright. And you are dead. Alright. Can't imagine the next fight is harder for us. I can still see reasons to set up mid and top here, though, I think. That'll give us time if we want. I can limit the corruption that's being applied. I think it makes sense. We do the same setup, though. Honestly, I could see maybe Cold Kalia in this fight makes more sense here. It does give us less room for Shardtail, but Shardtail only really needs 2 slots up here anyway. I'm trying to think. And then we just Rage Room this floor. Yeah, clear out everything and then let Alpha Fiend clear out the tanks. I think that makes sense. We still want to do... Maybe we want this here? I don't know. Yeah, maybe this makes more sense here. Since Titan Sentry is endless. We still want to go like this to protect... Wow, this is such a weird turn. If I draw into Welder Helper, it's unlikely I'm drawing into Welder Helper, so I think I can go front here. And then... I think for this fight we want the Cold Kalia to have all the stuff. There is the sweepers, though, that we need to be aware of. So, like, maybe still this makes sense, because there's no spikes. And this kills the sweepers, but if I do this, I'm very much putting myself in the danger zone, I think. So I think this makes sense. And I might as well just have this take this hit. I only get 3 Ember here, so unfortunately that's not really useful for me. Cuddle Hex would have been good here. Just get an incant for now. that stuff. I think we can just discard that probably. Although Horfrost Imagery makes it a little tough. Damn it. Oh, it's fine. Alright, this is a great draw. We can get this up here. Tiresome Climb turns out to be very good. Wouldn't mind redrawing this here. Probably just put it in the front here. And then we do need to do that. Rage Room here is fine. Incant. And might as well put this up here. Do another Incant. Double play this again. Oh, where did that Rage Room come from? Apparently I have another one. For some reason I thought that was going to die. Well, we can Battering Ram if we need it. I don't think we do. Put that there for whatever reason. I guess we still play it so that I can guarantee get that out of there. Sure. Alright, there is that guy. I want the Cuddle Hex kinda, but I guess it doesn't matter that much. So him dying this turn is fine. We can just, I think that's absolutely fine. I probably don't even want to daze this. I think we just want to Incant here twice, which would mean just these. Still have my Pyre Power if I need it. Alright, you're dying. Alright, we can try for that. Incant so we don't go there. I could put one of these down. Don't need the other one though. Do this. Actually, just do that as well. Yeah, we're good to go. Now we just have to kill the Dominion and we're good. my incant. That's okay. Prevent the last bit of health there. Alright. Well, that was a fun one. It came together by the end, but it was worrying for a while there. But it in the end, Alpha Fiend provided quite a lot of offense, but also we had the Rage Room plus Codcalia for a few fights that it was useful in. And then I'll admit, Queen did alright here. I was shitting on her at the start of this run. But honestly, that was probably the best you're going to get from her, which is just a lot of passive value. You know, able to use her as a tank and AoE unit. And there was even one fight where we were able to switch her around where it made sense to put her on the bottom because there's just so many AoE units in that savagery fight, right? The Ring 7 savagery fight. But yeah, and honestly, I feel like One Harm Tome, again, just is a good card in Must Train 2. We never actually lost any unit to the fragility, so there's less threats that threaten your fragile backliners. I forgot that I even took the fire tap. I could have probably used that on a few turns. Though I don't even think I used a Quoths at the end there. Let's see what the submitter might have ran into. Oh, you know what? Was this one that was submitted before the patch? It might have been, because obviously if there was Volatile Gauge, I would have obviously taken that. And the only opportunity for... well, that's a little bit disappointing that we didn't get the same exact run. It looks like they might have faced different bosses too. I don't know what's going on there. I thought this one was submitted after this patch. I've seen a lot of different units too. Lodestone Totem, Steelworker. Like, did we even get the same units offered? I don't know. It's tough to say. But, well, that's too bad. It looks like they might have just had a entirely different run than us. That sucks. I mean, I'm seeing some of the same stuff, but obviously a Volatile Gauge at the start makes the run look a lot different. So, I don't know. I see good stuff though in this deck, so I'm not immediately sure why it fell apart necessarily. I don't know about the pip upgrade. I think with Volatile Gauge, I think almost always just go double Ember, but maybe this deck needed the pip. I think with this deck though I wouldn't. I would just go multi-floor. I mean, it's probably still multi-floor even with that pip upgrade, but you know what I mean? It's like you go 3-floor if you have to. There's a Lodestone Totem that you can use on your main incanting floor to soften all of the enemies up. So it died to Ring 7 Savagery's Final Assault. We at least have that same fight. I'm trying to think where it falls apart. Well, I will say this. I mean, it's tough to say because I don't know if they were offered Rage Room, but if they were and didn't take it, I would say that's a mistake because there's like no actual offensive scaling in this deck. Also, again, I don't know if they were offered the Imp Parade Flex, but if they were and they didn't take it, I would say that is also maybe a mistake because if you think about this we're always looking for answers, and we're antsy until we find them, right? And the main answers you got to solve are offense and defense, and I just don't really see offense solved in this deck. You have a lot of flat stat damage, so like Demon Fiend comes in with okay damage for the early to mid game, but it doesn't scale. So it's like, if it was the same choice that we had, which I think it would, I think the units are probably the same choice. It's hard to say. Granted, I never saw Lodestone Totem, but maybe it was on one of the ones we didn't go to. And I guess what I'm saying is I still, even with Volatile Gauge, I'd probably take Alpha Fiend over Demon Fiend. It's just going to do more for you. It's about as good for you in the early game, but it just ends up doing a lot in the end game. It's also, I don't know about the Iron Tongue graft here too. You're actually, I know it has trample, but I think it overall gimps the damage, especially into Relentless. Does this go to Relentless? Don't think it went to Relentless based on the 0% damage to the boss. But yeah, I just see a lack of actual offensive scaling here. You don't have the Rage Room, you don't have Alpha Fiend, you don't have the Imp Parade Fledgling Imps, so like, I think you do have this, I guess, at least, the One Horn Tome, but that can only do so much here, because, I could even argue that I just don't know how much point there is into going full Imp Toss here. Also, there's no Endless on any Imps, so I don't know. We found like at least 2 Endlesses, so like, and some of them were at the final Merchant of Steels that had Hell Vents attached. So it's hard to say if the RNG was the same in that regard. But if it was, which I think it would be, I would say that's maybe a mistake to not have some Endless Imps, because if you're going full Imp Toss, a lot of your damage is in that as well. So that would be my main things, but I don't know. My voice is giving out, so I should probably call this video complete. But yeah, thanks for that submission anyway. Hopefully some of the run was at least the same, but yeah, I guess it must have been submitted before a patch or something, the Lost Arsenal, not the Lost Arsenal, but the Echoes of the Void patch. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.